Return with us now to those thrilling days of yesteryear when radio was king and the special effects were as big as your imagination. All recorded live in the studios of The Twilight Zone.
Are you sure? Come on, check it again. The Westbrook Radio Theater. I got the call this morning.
Look, you want to watch another broadcast? Get in line over there. But Westbrook don't got no people in his studio. And I ain't got no pass for no Milo somebody. Hey, fellas. Swam spray already.
Look, I can prove it. I've got a script right here. Just let me talk to Mr. Westbrook.
He takes her in his arms. He holds her close. The organ begins to swell. And then he
kisses her passionately.
Drops her to the floor. The baggage isn't good enough for him.
Come on, let me go.
Unhand that actor! I said, take your soon-to-be unemployed paws off him. Don't you recognize Milo Trent? Male ingenue extraordinaire.
Sorry, Mr. Westbrook, his name wasn't on the list.
Who has graciously consented to fill in on this afternoon's broadcast, now that our dear Earl Sedgwick has taken ill. Come, we don't have a moment to spare. Sorry about the misunderstanding, kid. Glad you're available.
Are you kidding? For you, Mr. Westbrook, for you, I'd be available on a moment's notice.
In live radio, kid, that's the only way there is. They send you a script?
Yeah, I've memorized every line.
Too bad. It's been completely rewritten. You're coming on page 2, line 3. Be careful. The ink is still wet.
Well, I'm sure I'll be able to get it by the end of the first rehearsal.
Rehearsal?
On the air?
In 2 minutes. How can we rehearse? We can't get everyone together. Loomis directs the Green Dragon every day. Holden's in a soap on Mutual, and I announce the March of Progress. We're too busy, so we do it cold.
Cold.
Your agent should have told you, kid.
Don't worry. It's not as hard as it looks. Hey, how much can go wrong in 15 minutes? Jack Holland?
What?
Marilyn Cavendish?
Hello.
Eddie Winters?
Hiya, kid.
Milo Trent, you stand here. He's our Timmy for today. 1 minute, everybody!
Don't worry, kid. If something goes wrong, Mr. Westbrook will cover for me.
Huh?
Us?
But if there's a serious problem, he'll just go to a record or something, right?
What? And ruin his reputation?
Swell.
Those are African tribal drums?
As long as it ain't Gene Krupa, who's to know?
Now you know that I demand
Authenticity.
That's right!
No, I know. Well, then this you're gonna love. Huh? Voodoo fetish. For the Leopard Queen's ritual dance. I paid a pretty penny for it, I'm telling you, but it's worth it. It's the real McCoy.
This dime store novelty is some kind of joke, right?
I wouldn't fool around with that, Mr. Westbrook. The guy at the store told me it can do things.
You're lucky you have an ironclad contract. You wouldn't know an African artifact if Tarzan was wearing it.
Mr. Westbrook.
30 seconds, everybody!
Coming! If I had one wish, it would be that every sound effect called for in this script would come from something real. Something authentic.
Are we on yet?
10 seconds, everybody.
Relax, kid. There's nothing to be nervous about. Just stick to the script.
Yeah, and if you need it, we'll help you.
Hello, boys and girls. The Westbrook Radio Theater is on the air, presenting another thrill-packed episode in the continuing adventures of Dick Noble, African Explorer, brought to you by Crispomil. When we last left, Dick Noble, our young hero, his faithful gal Friday Millicent, and his younger brother Timmy were lost in the valley of the Leopard Women. Now, suddenly...
Look! Above those trees! Do you hear it? It's a vulture!
Lots of them live on the banks of the Ubangi, don't they?
Why, yes. That means that the river can't be far away.
The river? Why, if we're near the river, we're close to the waterfall, which means...
Nelson, look, there's a bird in the studio.
I know.
All we have to do is follow it around the bend and through the rapids. Oh, the sights and smells of beautiful Africa. Perhaps the odds are that we'll soon find our way back to camp.
And so, as Dick Noble and friends begin their trek back to the river...
Oh, Dick, I'm so glad Father let me come with you. I've never seen such beautiful country.
And I've never seen such beautiful eyes, Millicent. They rival the azure blue of the African sky. Thanks.
Gosh, Dick, it doesn't look like the skies will be blue for long. The clouds seem to be moving in fast. I think there's a storm brewing.
Nelson, what are we gonna do? It's raining in the studio. I don't know.
Believe it.
You're right, Timmy! But let's not let a little rain dampen our adventure!
Listen! Do you hear them? Jungle drums!
What could it be? Hello, Nemo! Come in! Those savages are back on our trail!
But I thought we had eluded them once and for all!
Millicent, darling, I'm afraid our luck may have run out! The Ubangi are still after us! Whoa!
Running them in this rain!
What?
She does that again, kill her. Mike.
Wait, Dick! I think I was wrong! It looks like the rain's easing up a bit!
Oh, actually, fellas, I think it's stopping altogether. Yes, it is. Look, the sun is coming out again. See?
The sun.
Yes, Millicent, you're right. The rain. There isn't any anymore.
And now a word from our sponsor. Boys and girls, if you'd like a nice, hearty, nutritious breakfast that's also fun to eat, then Crispomil is the breakfast food for you. With all the deep down oat and barley malt goodness of your favorite hot cereal, but it's crunchy. So remember what Dick Noble, African Explorer, says, Crispomil. That's the one for me. Oh, and now back to Dick Noble. African explorer.
Dick, darling, what's that sound?
Why, I don't know, Millicent. It sounds like monkeys.
Why, over there, in those trees, apes, all kinds of them. Oh, good heavens, Dick. What shall we do? Are they dangerous?
Tut-tut, Millicent.
There's nothing to fear. Why, in Africa, the monkey is mad.
This is magnificent.
This is insane. We have got to do something.
Why? It's perfect. Can't you hear it? The realism, the drama. It's Africa. Oh, Carla, the Crosley ratings will go through the roof.
Nelson, don't you understand what's going on here? Every sound effect in the script, every time they mention it, it happens.
I know, and I love it. I love it.
Nuts! Have you forgotten what's on page 9?
No, Dick, what?
The Leopard Queen's ritual dance.
Tell us.
Where is she? Where is she? I want to see her. Huh? A plane crash. So what if a plane crashes? Plane crashes happen outside.
So does rain usually. Tell them!
Did you hear that? Rifles in the distance.
Oh, my Lord. It sure looks like you was going into a nosedive.
And Millicent says...
Millicent says, lucky he pulled out just in time. Carla, look through the script for something more dangerous.
Like the earthquake on page 12?
For a start.
We move by day and sleep by night, so within a fortnight, we'll find our way back for reinforcement and supplies.
But the days are short in the jungle here, Dick.
I know that, so we'll move faster to make up for the shortness of the daylight.
Good thinking, big brother.
And so, Dick Noble and friends return a week later.
We sure were lucky that time, huh, Dick?
Right, Timmy. When the Leopard Queen fell into the pit of fire, it broke the spell, and her hypnotic control over the elephant herd was broken as well.
Phew!
Yeah.
A good thing those elephants aren't going to stampede after all, huh?
It's been a long, hard day. Don't you think, Millicent, my beloved? I must admit that sharing this adventure with you has been a growth experience. You have helped me understand your love for the flora and fauna. Regrettably, I guess we'd better head back for camp for a nice, long rest.
And a nice big bowl of Crispo meal.
And so concludes another thrill-packed adventure with Dick Noble, African Explorer. Brought to you by Crispo Meal, the breakfast food that's fun to eat because it's crunchy. Be sure to tune in next week when the Westbrook Radio Theater will begin an exciting new Dick Noble adventure.
Stop it!
Invaders from Mars.
No!